What is up, peeps? My name is Rebel27, and this is the Stanley Parable. So yeah, I've been really excited to play this game. It's like a little bit different than the usual Minecraft stuff that I do, so... Shut up, phone! Oh my gosh! Anyway, now we're gonna play this game. I've heard it's really good, so yeah, let's just dive right in. It's never ending.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Whoa.
Employee number 427's job was simple.
What?
He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day, of every month, of every year.
No.
And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley.
Really?
Something he would never quite forget.
No.
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time.
No.
But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh my gosh, that is too slow for me. Wait, options. No. No. Keyboard. Mouse. What?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What could it mean? I have no idea what any of this is. Controls seem a bit weird, or maybe that's just because I'm recording, it's lagging out a bit. What's in here? Where did everybody go? I'm all alone! No! Let me in! Okay, so just noticing my surroundings.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a sailor by the toe. If the Alice let him go, my mother told me to pick the very best one, and you are it!
This is kind of like the first Stanley Parable, except better, like 10 times better, like 10 times more.
Yet there was not a single person here.
There's
either.
not a single person
Feeling
here
a wave
either.
of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you. Take a... I was reading that! How could you? You're so mean. You're so mean. I'm leaving you. Says my wife.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay. It's just like the first Stanley Parable. I really hope that there's something good.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him.
No.
And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
I'm just pressing random numbers. 2, 8, 4, 5. Just saying.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to
What?
input the correct code
This is
by
amazing.
sheer luck.
This is sheer luck.
Amazing.
It's
He
amazing.
stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Where's the new... Oh, okay. It's a bit dark. Can't I go up? No! Let me out! Let me out! Loading. Wait, loading. Oh, okay. 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 Cool beans, cool beans. So cool, so awesome.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
I feel a bit
It was a
peculiar.
stirring of emotion in his chest,
In my
as though he
chest.
felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
I'm
Why
questioning
did
the
he
nature of
feel
my
this
job.
now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Mind control faculty? Faculty? I don't know. I don't know people these days. Words. Words! Word. Okay, I lost my way there for a second. That was kind of funny. I'm so stupid. It's in my nature. Push buttons.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold?
Do they
Stanley thought
watch
to himself. Did he have
Constant
the
Miley
strength
Cyrus
to
on
find
these
out?
things? My gosh, that would be horrible. What is this? Beep.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
This is so sad. I'm but a lonely shell. Named
This
Stanley.
mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe.
It's
It
too
couldn't be
horrible
true.
to believe.
Had
It couldn't
Stanley
be
really
true.
been under someone's control all this time?
Had I been under
Was this the only
someone's
reason
control
he
this
was happy
entire
with his
time?
boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
What he said. 3, 2, 1. Zimbabwe!
No.
That
He
was
refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never.
Never.
It was unthinkable.
It was
Wasn't
unthinkable.
it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yes.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad
Happy.
or content.
Sure. Content.
Walking, eating, working.
eating,
All of it
working.
monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Facility power, faculty suckability. Mind controls. On. Off. On.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
Of course I
After
did.
they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Yeah. Control.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example,
Yes, I do.
and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley?
No, it's not.
It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off.
Shut up.
What precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going.
You shut
What
up.
all this means, I barely know where to start.
Pushing buttons.
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are?
Yeah.
A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp.
How could you? That's
To say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better.
Where's
My
number 4?
goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much.
Oh, shut
You
up.
know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
Ah, shut up.
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from
Alright.
button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored
Nope.
ones. Or maybe
Shut
this
up.
big red button. Or
Nope.
this door.
Nope.
Everything, anything,
Nope.
something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley?
Big-
That this video game can be beaten?
Yes, it
Won?
can.
Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Yes.
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you
Okay.
have left to struggle.
Okay.
30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing.
Okay.
No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces.
No.
Will you cling
I don't
desperately
believe
to your
it.
frail life? Or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice.
Never
Take
peacefully.
it account. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
I died. Again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No, I didn't. Maybe.
When Stanley came to a set of
Fudge
two
you,
open doors,
narrator.
this was not the correct way to the meeting room,
Yeah,
and
think?
Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps
yeah.
he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
No, I didn't.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
Give me the...
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Yeah, but I can't have any soda, so how can I drink it all in? Gosh.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Bye-bye.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Yeah, shit. Warning, do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Yeah,
I
sure.
realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you forgot.
Zimbabwe!
What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Yep.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? It's just seconds ticking away to your death. A moment of solace before you're obliterated. Nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex.
Yeah.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look,
Nope.
let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Yeah.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Fight the power! Woo!
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Red door. Color of Jesus' blood? Nope. Nope. Blue.
All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what
Yeah.
lies at the end of this road you've
Yeah.
chosen? Well, don't
Yeah.
let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yeah,
Do
totally.
you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Yep.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from?
I don't know.
How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul.
I'm sure
You can't teach that, Stanley.
Yep.
Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
The Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
I hated it. I totally hated it.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game. all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Bye-bye, baby.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for you. I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game?
Yeah.
Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here?
Yeah, sorry for the noise.
Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Well, Stanley, is this any better?
This
At
is
last,
so
the
much
one thing
better.
you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this.
Can't jump.
I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house. This will go here. No, here. And then... Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete.
It's beautiful.
I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy.
It's amazing.
But you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable. Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
Wait, what? Oh, okay, I'll go find you some diamond. Yeah.
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
No, not that I know of. Hey, this is gonna be scary. Oh goodness me. Oh no. Mushrooms. This is so awesome.
No. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
New game.
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You,
So
trapped in a glass
retro.
box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired.
No.
I couldn't have done it any better myself.
I hate your
What
voice.
is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is. Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte. Genius. No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games. And I highly...
Cushman. Filing cabinet. Whoa, where am I going? Where am I? Yeah. What's this? It's the old one. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, this is too much fun. This is too cool. 425. 427. No buttons to push.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it, down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
I'm sure you can. Hush, hush. Okay. Well, that was a couple of the Stanley Parable. I'm probably going to do it a couple more times because this is too much fun. And yeah. So, my name is Epic Reroll. Make sure to like and subscribe, even if you like this only a little bit or not at all. Just like, be kind, rewind, you know, that sort of thinking mentality. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Peace!